ESPN.com is in the process of releasing top 10s at each position. So, quarterbacks, wide receivers, I think today was linebackers, and it's voted upon by executives, coaches, scouts, who will remain anonymous. Now, I personally think that if you're going to really go after somebody in one of these lists, you should have to put somewhat of your name on it. So we're going to do that.
Okay, love it.
But this was from, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. This is the top 10.
Okay. We should compare, give your thoughts on their pick, and then you do yours, I'll do mine.
Okay, top 10 quarterback list.
Bottom to the top.
Number one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to do 10 to 1?
Yeah, that's how I did it, but we can do it however you want to do it.
I like that.
Okay.
All right, starting at 10, Caleb Williams. Number 9. Thank you, Kenny. Number 9, Jared Goff. Number 8, Drake May. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 6, Dak Prescott. Number 5, Lamar Jackson. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Matthew Stafford. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Josh Allen. So again, that's the ESPN top 10 list.
Okay.
As voted on by executives, coaches, and scouts. You got a problem with anything in there? You can keep the music.
Yeah, Evan, I don't. But again, when it's anonymous, I would just hope that they were being fair. When I say fair, this is not just, it's a whole enchilada to me. Okay, so it's everything, what you've done, where you're at now. So I'm not going to be, and I can understand people doing it prisoner of the moment and say, oh, Patrick Mahomes had a crappy year. He got hurt, so he's number 9. I'm not doing that. I'm going to give you my honest list of who I think are the 10 best quarterbacks currently in the NFL and who I trust the most. And tell me if you got a problem with my premise of I'm judging these quarterbacks as if they were in the same system. We need 80 yards to go, life on the line. Who do you trust the most and why?
So just a 2-minute drill.
Well, no, see, now
that's all we're basing this quarterback list on, is who can run the best 2-minute drill.
Leave that out now.
Okay.
It's everything involved.
Okay,
before half, but you're cute on that one. No, that's not just it. But I'm ready, Evan. You want to start at 10?
Sure. All right. Who do I have at number 10?
Yeah, who does Evan have at number 10?
I think he is a top 10 quarterback. And again, my criteria is who I think is going to be, right now, as things stand, the best quarterback. 2026, the best quarterback. Number 10 is Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So he was number 6 for ESPN. I got him at 10.
All right. My Dak at 10. The lack of postseason success for Dak Prescott when he's made it, to me, is a bridge he has to cross. And maybe he's on his way. So you got him at 10. I have no problem with that. But I got your guy, Justin Herbert, at number 10. And I had an arm. I tend to do these lists and quarterbacks on who looks like they've come out of a lab. But I'm also going with what I've seen and what I haven't seen. So I got your boy, Justin Herbert, at number 10. Your thoughts?
I got him at number 9, so I don't mind that at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I think Herbert is as physically talented as any quarterback in football, but similar to Dak Prescott. And actually, he's got less playoff wins than Dak Prescott.
Okay.
He's someone that leaves you wanting more.
But he's still, again, you could say, well, Goo, why you got him at number 10? And maybe he made it to number 10 because time is on his side in regard to, and you tell me if I'm wrong, youth. He's still relatively young to me, Herbert.
That's
so
fair.
There's a growth spurt, and it could be mental growth that I believe is coming. But damn, I got to believe Harbaugh's going to help moving forward. They made the offs, but we'll see.
Okay. So, yeah, I just told you my number 9 quarterback is Justin Herbert.
Not mad at you, okay.
Who's your number 9?
My number 9, who was ESPN's number 9?
Jared Goff.
Okay, my number 9, you're not going to believe this, is Jared Goff. I got him at number 9. Now, you're smiling. He took the Rams to the Super Bowl. Should have been to another Super Bowl when he was perfect against the Niners in that NFC Championship game, up 24-7. But that didn't happen. But, Evan, there's just something about when you can get him off his spot, how does he react to that? And I feel like he's like the Penguin, the happy feet. So I got Goff, who I think is a damn good quarterback. Shout out Marin Catholic and Dibs. But I got him at number 9.
All right. I do not have Goff in my top 10.
Wow, E.
I don't. I think he's very much a product of his environment. And I've told you guys this before. I think we've had this discussion. To me, wherever you have Jared Goff is also where you have Brock Purdy. Because Brock Purdy he's a different quarterback. He's smaller, probably better with his legs, more dynamic in that sense. Goff has a better arm. But both of them are amplifiers of their system. I don't think they operate independent of their situations.
Have they been asked to?
Yes, and they both failed. Yeah. I mean, if anything, I think you could say Brock Purdy's done a better job without much than Goff has.
That was coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but I don't have either of them in my top 10.
Wow. Evan, you're tough. Number 8.
Well, not based on my list.
Okay.
All right, number 8.
Who did ESPN have?
They had Drake May.
Okay.
I got Baker Mayfield at number 8.
He didn't make my list.
And that's a problem.
Drake May?
Well, no, Drake May's on my list.
Oh, yeah, he didn't make mine.
Baker Mayfield does a lot with not much. And he is a dynamic quarterback that just sneaks under the radar every year because he plays for a mid-team.
Okay. I'm going to say, and I was a hater of this guy. Now I'm fighting for him. But he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1. Jalen Hurts. And I feel kind of ashamed that I don't have him higher. He's number 8 for me. I mean, I get it. And he's had all kind of offensive coordinators, Kellen Moore, but he's got it done. And the year he didn't get it done, he could have been, MVP. But the bottom line is when he's bad, he's bad. And last year was bad. He just looked off. But now I'm saying, how much of that is on Sirianni and just everything that was going on now that we know with A.J. Brown. But it's no shade, but I got Jalen Hurts at my Steve Young spot.
Yeah, I don't have him in my top 10.
Why, Evan? He's been to 2 bowls.
Yeah, and see, this is where we're different. I think you and Spadoni was talking about this earlier, and we're going to have to continue this conversation eventually on the other side because we're coming up against it. But to me, it's like just because you have the best resume doesn't mean you're playing the best right now.
But I thought the list was not about, well, you did say it specify.
I mean, to me,
was about the whole thing.
Who is playing best at the quarterback position right now? Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 guy.
Well, I could argue and say, you know what, bud, the season's over. It's about to start in a month or 2. Give me the benefit of the doubt. I've been to 2 Super Bowls, and I won 1. Give a brother a break.
Well, there's a lot of guys in this list that you could give a break to, and he ain't one of them.
Goff didn't make it, and Hurts didn't make it.
Brock Purdy didn't make it.
I mean, he had a beautiful, come on, Evan.
Drake May is my number 7 quarterback. Drake May is a baller.
Kenny, help me. Kenny, come on, Hurt. You got a problem with Hurts at 8?
I mean, I was just telling Chase back here, I'm like, I'm not the biggest fan of Hurts, but I think he gets too much hate.
What about Goff? What about Goff not making Evan's list?
There's no excuse to lose to the San Francisco 49ers in that playoff game.
That wasn't all him. The coach was playing Madden.
He had a top 5 defense, 2 bona fide wide receivers, a great running back, a good offensive line.
Minus last year with Darnold. Him and Darnold were kind of on the same wave, and then Darnold kind of pushed.
It's your list, E, but I got Hurts, man. Like, he gets too much hate. I get it.
Drake May also played in the Super Bowl.
That happened.
If you really want to go there.
That happened.
He was MVP runner-up. He was really, really good last year. And he got A.J. Brown.
All
right. At number 6, and this to me is the most glaring omission from the top 10 from ESPN. And I understand that executives and coaches and scouts, they have their lists and who they like and guys. How is Sam Darnold not a top 10 quarterback? He had a great regular season for Minnesota, and then fell off. But I can't discount what he did both in the regular season and against the Rams, who to me were the best team opposite Seattle in the entire league last year, in not just 1, but 2 games. Regular season, Thursday night, wins that game to get them the 1 seed, and then beats them in the NFC Championship with a 3-touchdown performance and a near flawless quarterback rating. He was really good in that football game.
If you were in a courtroom, you would have convinced me that, you know what, this is blasphemy. The fact that...
Is he not in your top 10 either?
No. And that is, Evan, you just made a hell of a case. And I guess and tell me how unfair I'm being. He had an awesome defense, but he was putting up numbers, went rat-a-tat-tat with the Rams and Matthew Stafford. But I guess I'm in my feelings because of the ghost thing. And I should have done away with that after he had what he did in Minnesota. And then I'm still holding him accountable because I thought those last 2 games in Minnesota, he was at his worst. So then I was like, you haven't grown. But last year was major, but not major enough for him to crack my top 10. But you made a hell of a case for him.
Well, and then the 650, understandably, is saying it's based on who's the best quarterback right now. Then Mahomes shouldn't even be on the list because he's injured and he can't play. I hate to break it to you, he will play this year.
Yeah, and we're doing a combo of, I'm kind of doing it.
Yeah,
I took it as a whole enchilada, and I get what you're saying. Number 6 for me, Brock Purdy. I got Brock Purdy.
Wow.
This is not, and I'm proud.
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Let me talk to the jury.
Number 6.
Yeah, can I approach the bench? Listen, the dude on the fly took his team to the NFC Championship. We thought it was kind of flukish, bounces back, was minutes away, overtime away from being a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That didn't happen. And he picked up fast, quick, and in a hurry Kyle's offense. He got paid. And I just feel like Brock Purdy now, with things dropping around him, Evan, doesn't have the limousine of weaponry. Ayuk gone, Debo gone, Pearsall in and out. And in a year where I thought the Niners were going south, I mean, in a bad way, he not only, and he was hurt, came back, answered the bell, took his team to the playoffs, and then won that game in Philly, had that drive late in the game after throwing 2 interceptions where I'm like, okay, he can just go in fetal position. But when I talk about my list is predicated on the whole enchilada, I just feel like Brock Purdy's number 6 for me.
He's not in my top 10.
Well,
and
I'm not mad at you.
By the way, you can still be a really good quarterback and not be there.
No,
we're talking about guys that to me are good.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
I mean, Brock Purdy is a very good quarterback.
Do you think we've seen the best of him, or is that unfair? It shouldn't be unfair.
No, but I think if he plays at the same level he did last year and the Niners build around him, that they can be a very good football team. I mean, you saw them win a playoff game on the road.
That was yeah.
I would argue that was the most impressive playoff victory of any quarterback the entire postseason.
I'm giving you that. That's how moved I was and shocked, even though Philly had whatever going on. So I got Brock at 6.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have him that high because I also don't, they had no chance going into Seattle.
And is it fair if I say, well, Brock had more playoff wins than Dak, than Lamar Jackson, than Justin, all these... Or do you say, well, that's a byproduct of the Niners being Billy Badass and him having a better coach? Because we could go all down that avenue. I don't. I just got Brock at 6.
So real quick, because we got to hit a break here, and then we'll do our top 5s on the other side. Who is your 10 through 6?
Herbert, Hurts, Goff, Brock, and we'll keep going.
Okay, and this is all based on the ESPN Executive Scouts coaches list, which had Caleb Williams at 10, Goff at 9, Drake May at 8, Herbert at 7, Dak Prescott at 6. I got Dak, Herbert, Baker, May, Darnold. We'll give you our top 5 on the other side. But I think that it's more about the top 10s to me because I think this does tell us exactly what people still think about the guy that you have at number 6.
Okay.